your enemy isn't your ex. Your ex may have been toxic. Your ex may have been disgusting. Your ex may have cheated on you. Your ex may have said some things you didn't like. Your ex may have broken your trust. Your ex may have broken your heart. Your ex may have mishandled your emotions. Your ex may have even spoken ill about you, talked bad about you, lied about you. Your ex may be a habitual line stepper and a habitual liar. Your ex may be all of these different things. But he is not your enemy. For my men, because I know I have men who watch this channel too. I think I have more women than men. But for the men, she is not your enemy. And when I do my videos, y'all just got to kind of understand that it can apply to both sides. He is not your enemy. He's being used by the enemy. Someone who was a habitual liar, and we're talking years of lying. Someone who is a habitual cheater, we're talking years of cheating. And no sign of stopping. They're cheating when they was young, they're cheating when they're old. That kind of situation, right? Because we all can easily fall into these things at one point or another. So we gotta be clear about that. But I'm talking about someone who keeps going, right? That's willing sin. That's willing, I just want to tell stories. That's what they used to say when I was growing up. You better stop telling stories. That's a liar. That's a liar. Someone who keeps going on with the tall tales, who just keeps doing it. That's a willingness. And someone who was willing to do that, there's a piece to them that has been corrupted. So until they repent and get their life right with the Lord, and turn their hearts on over to Jesus, they're being used by the enemy. So they're not the enemy, but they're being used by the enemy. But even then, that's not the issue. The issue is the pattern you keep repeating. You mean to tell me you got 3 exes and they're all similar? You mean to tell me you got 2 baby daddies and come to find out they both were cheaters, they both were liars, they both left you high and dry? Your next, before we can even get to your next person you begin to date, we got to fix what goes on in here. At this point, you should be able to identify the red flags. And you have to trust your intuition, trust your instincts. The first time he lied to you, your antenna should have went up. Well, he's kind of treating me just like Rodney treated me. He acted just like Mark. Let me pay a little bit more attention into this. And cut it off immediately. Listen, you can't just be lying to me like that. This continues, we're done. Just straight up. Try me. Because men can understand when you're being direct. When you're direct and you're serious, oh, either they gonna fix it or they gonna head on out. If they head on out, that's okay. But you gotta do that before you invest too much emotionally into that man. Because when you invest too much emotionally, that's when they know, oh, gotcha. That's reeling you in. Gotcha. Before you invest too much and get into the gotcha phase, where you're head over heels, you got to identify the red flags and be able to move on very, very quickly. Stop settling. This is a pattern in your brain. You think that you have to settle for the first man that likes you. Newsflash. Often, the first man that wants you isn't the right man. It's not all the time. So you could let him take you on a date. That don't mean you got to keep going on dates. Right? When you're trying to find love, you're going to go on some bad dates. Every date is just so bad. Oh my goodness. Listen, you're going to have to date. You can't just sit in your house all day and then think that you're going to find love. This ain't going to happen. So you're going to go on some bad dates. So we have to understand that dating is a process, and you'll get better and you'll begin to pick better as you begin to change your patterns. If you keep picking the same man, you got to change some things up. Stop settling. The first man ain't always the best man. The man that gives you all the attention up front may not always be the best man. Now, yes, a man is going to give you attention. A man is going to want to be with you. But you got to pay attention to the kind of attention he's trying to give you at the very beginning stages, because there's something called love bombing. They throw all kinds of love at you, all kinds of bombs. Boom, 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 boom. To reel you in. And then once they have you, then they do whatever they want to do. That's when they cheat on you. That's when they begin to lie to you. That's when you find out they're married to 3 different women in 3 different states. You find out they got 16 kids and 8 baby mothers. Listen, if you dealing with a man who got 8 baby mothers, I hope that's not your case. And if that is your case, I'm praying for you. And give me a call. We need to set up a session to discuss what's going on if that's your case. Because there's a lot of things we could talk about. So book you a session for real. But you got to be careful of the love bombing. And you'll know usually out the gate if it's love bombing when immediately, oh, let me take you shopping, or let me do this for you, or let me fix your car. Unless they're a mechanic, let me fix your car for you. I'm gonna go get that done. I'm gonna go to like, if it's too much too soon, like a date, okay, paying for dinner, okay. But if it's too much too soon, tell them to pump their brakes a little bit. Let them know up front, hey, I got my own money. You could take me out on a date, but that's all this is. Because a man who love bombs, a man who puts up so much money up front, they're going to think that they then own you. And you got to be cautious of that. So just a couple things for you to think about in breaking the pattern. The enemy is truly your pattern of thinking and your pattern of seeing things and your pattern of how you feel about yourself. Think about it.